Welcome to another video from DIY Daily. Just got a step-by-step guide today showing you how to replace the rear UJ on the prop shaft on this 2004 Mitsubishi L200. Just put some new rear leaf springs on this one as well. You check out the description below. I'll put a link to where you can watch that video, or just click on the playlist. Basically, the rear prop shaft UJ, got loads of whop in it there. So we've got a new one here. We'll be putting that new one on. I'll just run you through it. If you check out the links in the description below, I'll put links to the parts and where you can get them from, and any of the tools that we used as well. But you can see this one's absolutely knackered. So. Basically, the first thing we're going to do, just try and a little bit tricky to show you. This one's probably the best one to see it on. There's some little clips there. Basically, we need to knock them clips off, just tap it through with a punch on all four of them, get them clips off, and once we've got them off, we'll give it a bit of a lube up with some WD-40, but we're going to be knocking each one on the outside there, but I'll run you through it all as we do it. But to start with, the first thing we're going to do is just punch these clips off. When doing it, you probably want to just jack the back up. We're doing it on a ramp tonight, it does make it a little bit easier. But if you're not, all you want to do is just jack it up so you've got the wheels off the ground, just so you can turn the prop shaft quite freely. Just see that, that's one of the clips there. Obviously we've got 4 of these to get in there, so and they just simply lock in. Look at your new UJ, that obviously locks in around that bit there. Now that that's all 4 clips out, just give that a good spray with a bit of WD-40, some penetrating oil, and then we'll show you, run you through just tapping these out. Basically what we're doing is using a copper hammer, and we're just sitting on the side there, just put some pressure on, it pops this cap out. These caps on the new UJ, I don't want to pull this one off fully, but they just slide off there, so that's basically what we're trying to do at the minute. We want some good firm wax with a copper hammer. Some of these have just cracked a little bit, but some of them are going to take a bit of work, I think. This one's been left a bit too long, really. So because these are so tight, the hammer's a bit tricky tonight. It's not quite working, but I'm just going to try the air chisel on it now. And if that doesn't get them budging, I'll just get a bit of heat on there and just heat the outside up, see if that'll crack it off. We'll just get it hot and then give it a knock with the hammer again. So we're going to get a bit of heat on the job. Got one of these little MAP gas burners, they're pretty handy really. I'll put a link in the description below to these. I'm going to try this, I always just use these because they're pretty portable, but if this don't work, we'll have to get some oxyacetylene on it. So this one is a bit worse than they normally are to get off, just with it being left so long. But we'll have a crack with the heat, see how we get on. The only thing you've got to be careful of with the heat, you just don't want too much around the back here where the seal is on the inside. But obviously as long as you concentrate on the area you want to warm, which is just around the bearing piece there, you'll be fine. So this is well, a bit more real life. Normally they're a lot that are not half as bad as this to get out, but basically what's happened here is because the UJ pivots like that and the opposite way, it's seized up this way. And normally when they're free, if it just pivot a little bit like that, would easily be able to pull this off now, but I'm just going to keep working it a bit, just try and crack this off just so we can move, just get it spinning that way, and then we should be able to get the first part off. Just because this has been a right game tonight, I'm just going to, you wouldn't normally have to do this, but we're going to just crack the bolts off there just to get that down, and we can just twist that out instead. So. It's just with that getting undone now. I've just got that down, but yeah, it's absolutely seized solid this way. It won't pivot at all in there, so but it's just been left absolutely and mullered it like so. All we're going to do now is we can just simply put it in a vise and just pop them out. We'll probably just air chisel them through from the inside, and we can get everything cleaned up. We'll just run you through putting the new one in. Just got that one moving a bit, but this side's absolutely solid, so I'm going to get the oxyacetylene on it now, heat it up. So it's rare you get them as bad as this. Normally a good few knocks with the hammer and you will be able to get them with the clips off, just knock them bushes through. Once the bushes are out, you see, it makes the UJ in the middle quite loose, and then you can just pivot it and get it out. And it should all be running the bearing in there with grease in it, and just see how it's built up and how actually mullered it is. So just got a drill now, a little flappy pad on it. I'm just going to use this in all four holes there and just clean them all out ready. And just run that under the cold water, cool that down before we swap it over as well. Right, to start with, what we're going to do, put this in on the bench now. So if we hadn't had to take it off, we'd do it up on the vehicle, but it's just a bit easier for us to do it here now. Basically, now that that's all cleaned up, I'm just going to pop the bearings in from each side. So just roughly seat them in, and you're just going to want the socket ready that's the size to just seat nicely on the outside of the bearing there. So. Quite a snug fit, but just that'll work that in. You just have to take one out just to get that slotted in first that way. I'm just going to use the socket, it's 21mm on here, and just give that a tap. Now that we've routed it through, we're just going to put the clip on this side, and then we can tap. We're going to use the socket now and just tap this one in because it'll need to tap in further than flush, and just so that we can get the clip on that side there. Just see clip's located, fully owned now, so we'll just tap this side back in. Now that's there, should just leave us enough room just to get that clip in. There's not quite enough room, I just have to give it another tap. That both clips now, hang on in, you can see it's nice and free now, a bit better than the old one. Obviously we'll get it up there, take these caps off now and do pretty much the same there as we've done on that one. And then we can put it into the prop shaft and bolt it back up. I'm just going to put one in roughly, just show you quick as well. There's a hole in the end of this one which is basically for the grease nipple, and need to, that'll line up with the UJ. And basically that runs through into there, and that's how you grease it up afterwards. So you just need to make sure that you line that up with that. So. Just going to mount it up now, just trying to tap that in while it's floating. It's a bit, you can't really get a decent knock on it, so if we mount it up, should be able to give it a good firm knock. So I've just got all them clips in now. You just want to have a good look round when you've done it. Just make sure that all your clips are in there, and basically to check it, you just want to be making sure, if you just grab it there, you've got no free play up and down on that one, no free play up and down on that one. So that's absolutely bang on now. All we're going to do, just to finish it off, is just put the grease nipple in there, just thread that in. It only wants a light nip on it, don't want to be too tight, and just give it a few pumps, just pack it out with a bit of grease. So just do that to finish off. But as you can see, it's not too bad a job. So they normally go a lot easier than this, but at least this is a bit more real life and just shows you coming across probably about the sort of worst problem you're going to have with it. So we'll just get that grease nipple in now and finish it off. So hope you liked the video. If you did, give it a quick thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. If you want to check out the leaf spring replacement, just check it out in the link in the description below, or the link at the end of the video. But yeah, thanks for watching and see you next time.